May profits be upon you. I'm going to take a look at pound New Zealand, Aussie dollar, and Aussie yen. Per the request of a couple of my subscribers, my guy Amit Pawar and the Throne Room. You guys wanted to take a quick look, and wanted me to take a quick look, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, with pound New Zealand, bear in mind, pound fundamentally received some good news insofar as some rate hikes, interest rate hikes this last week to address the weakness in the currency against the other currencies, right? And we've seen the pound pairs move up in strength. But what I want you to see is on the monthly, you can see that these highs went higher, right? I mean, these lows went higher. Oh my God, I called them highs, all right? But I've identified where the demand is, how price broke structure, right? Broke structure to the upside. And what do I expect after a break of structure to the upside? I expect that return to impulse. And this is the originating impulsing order block. All right. And that's exactly what price did. And we see a surge come up and then another return to the same order block. All right. And we see the bullishness that came after that. All right. So I am bullish on this time frame, all right, because we are making higher lows and the breaks of structure seem to be showing that price is demonstrating an intention to go higher. All right, now we have identified an area of supply here. You can see that clearly on the weekly. All right, we are in this supply here. This is a weekly order block here, but what I want you to notice is this V-shaped recovery. That's very strong and indicates bullishness, right? Strong bullishness. And after we had a break of structure to the downside, you would expect a return to impulse, right? Well, that's where we are now. Okay, so what do I expect here? So the purpose of this thing, the purpose of what I'm doing here is to get you to see where the POIs are to be set, all right? The point of interest, all right? Now, I've identified an area that is, for me, an area of demand. You can refine this down to here as this this wick here kind of lets you know that it validated this level. And we see that we broke these highs here. We broke these highs here, breaking that high for liquidity to the upside. After a liquidity grab like that, you would expect a pullback of some kind. So this is your POI here. All right, look at the daily. We're on the daily right now, and I've identified a 4-hour order block here. Okay, what you want to do is look for signs here that price, wow, the signs that price is going to round over. What I want to see is a break of some lows and then a return to impulse up around here for a short. If you're going to short from this area, if price is going to show us that it will shift from bullish momentum to bearish momentum, this is what I need to see. And that usually comes in the form of head and shoulders or a Quasimodo, right? But I need to see a break of a structural low, and then on the pullback, that's where we get your proper entry for shorts. All right, let's move on. I said Aussie dollar. All right, if we go to the daily, I've identified an area of supply and an area of demand. You can see that after price made these lower lows, lower highs, all the way down, we broke structure to the top side. So you expect what? After a break of structure, you expect a return to impulse. You expect price to return to the impulsing order block that is responsible for this break of structure here. All right, and that's exactly what we did. All right, this is the last institutional candle here. Price came right back to it. And we see the bullish response, right? So I have that break of structure marked again, a break of structure, right? So we're expecting a return to impulse, right? But what happens when we violate that order block? What happens if we break structure to the downside? Then we know that price has an intention to go further to the downside. All right. My bias turns from bullish momentum to bearish momentum as soon as a structural low is broken. All right. Some people will call that a change of character in this market. All right. Let's call it a break of structure. And from this point, I'm looking for what? A return to impulse. I've identified an area of supply that may turn price around. All right, I'm looking for price to round over up here if it decides to do so. All right, this will be one of the potential POIs, the potential point of interest, where I will look for price to switch from this bullish momentum to bearish momentum. If it doesn't happen and it just continues up, then I'll be looking higher for that return to impulse. Okay, this could very well be the area price ends up returning to, but that's a big ask in my opinion. So this is the first place I'm going to be looking for a potential reversal. Look for that break of structure on the lower time frames. I'm talking about you might want to take it down to the hour, 15-minute, and then look for entries on the 5 and 1 minute. Okay. But this is where I'll be looking first. I'd set my alert right there, and we'll see what happens. Okay. If we go to Aussie yen, the situation is very similar. All right. And you can see the break of structure, the return to impulse, boom, right? And the bullish response. You can see all of that. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Now, as price made its way down here, all right, and we see the bullish response, I'm looking for an area that price may turn around, right? And this isn't a daily order block. I don't know why I have that designated there. Is that a 2-day order block? Is that what that is? Yeah, this is 2-day. All right. I don't know why I put it as a 1-day, but you see how this is the bullish move before the bearish move. We're actually pretty much in this. And what I want you to see, because I have it started from this order, what do you call it? This candle. All right, let me see if I can see this a little more clearly, or see how I'm going through the time frames, because I want to see a clear order block there, a clean formation. There's no discrepancy. So this is a 3-day order block here, three-day order block here. All right, and we are at this supply. Now, this is a point of interest, and I want to see if price will start to give us that formation I was talking about: high, higher high, a break of that structural low, and a return to impulse. Somewhere around here in this leg of structure, in this impulse leg, there will be an order block that it will come back to test, and then we see price start to do its thing. Okay, so I would be looking in this area. This is the area I'm looking for that. All right, check. Keep your eye on these lows. All right, because price starts coming up here, then it breaks. I'm looking for that return, and this will be your entry. You understand? On that return to impulse. But you'll see that in the lower time frames. Anyway, I hope this this video helps. I hope the analysis helps you. All right. Oh, I got to make mention. I can see price heading towards the liquidity on these wick tops. All right. That's nothing but liquidity pools, latent liquidity pools that price will definitely probably tap into, and then start to, if it decides it wants to come back down, that's where it would go. All right. And it would take out these highs and then come for the internal liquidity here. All right. Here. This would be the internal liquidity. Now, price could come down and test it, take that liquidity out here, and then continue higher. All right, because after every impulse, there's going to be a correction. So keep your eye out for those scenarios, and don't get too crazy with it. All right, I will see you in the next video.